Wendy.
And welcome to the Toasted Marshmallow Adventures Podcast.
Woo!
All right, tonight on the podcast, we have Comedian Reilly Hoy.
Only,
yes.
Riley.
Awesome.
I've wanted to meet you for a long time.
She has.
Same.
Is it weird? Because she actually talks about you in our household.
Yeah, like Riley
Nice.
does this,
Yeah.
and it's super weird because I don't know who you are, and I
Yeah.
talked to Nate Ford about you. So yeah, it's really cool that this worked out.
Yeah.
I felt like some kind of weird kinship, like I get you in
Sure.
some really weird way, or you get
Yeah.
me and you don't even know it.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think so.
It's very strange. So anyway, welcome.
Yeah.
Thank
we're
you.
excited to
Cheers.
have you.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers. Yes, I got the Modelo.
What do you have? Are you still on the
Ooh,
wine
this
tour?
well, we went on a tour. This is a oh God. I didn't take good notes apparently because all the tasting notes. This is a Zinfandel.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And this is the best wine I've ever had.
Really?
Who'd you go with?
My aunts.
Oh, nice.
So my dad's two sisters. They're both. She's a member of this wine club. She's a case member, so she buys like so many cases. So she gets free wine tasting. Plus, she can bring two people.
Oh, awesome.
So
Did you fly
and
in
then
just for that?
oh yeah. Well, my grandfather passed away last summer, and then we had to move my grandmother into a home. She has dementia, and
Same.
so yeah, it's tough. So she came up just to do some little things, clean up the house a little bit, just kind of like some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she just wanted to come and visit because she hasn't been here since last summer. And I lived here. I actually was the caretaker, the primary caregiver of my grandmother for 2 months. 2 months after my grandfather passed away,
Wow.
where I fed her and cleaned her and took care of her.
We have been doing
And it
that
was-
for the last 10 months with my mom.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
we totally understand. It is all consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all new. It's all different. It's
It's
a tough
beautiful and
situation.
Yeah. It's hard and it's awesome.
But you know what it is though? Yeah, I think the reason I'm good with people like this, it requires improv skills
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
because everything is new. They change the setting. They change
All
the
the
story
time.
all the time. So
Yeah.
you just got to keep up.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 It's kind of a fun game. Like, oh, where are we
Yeah.
at now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back in
Yeah.
Jimbo
And if you don't laugh
77.
about it, you're going to be crying. So you might
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do both.
Yeah. Both. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a wild, past year, really.
Yes. Yeah.
We've been taking care of
It's-
her mom
yeah.
and moved her into a home recently. And
Yeah.
it's
How old is she, if you don't mind me asking?
78. Yeah.
Wow.
And pretty far into Alzheimer's. So like can
Damn.
barely talk. And yeah, it is crazy. So
It's weird how that progresses.
I know. Well,
My grandmother just turned 90.
oh wow.
wow.
That's awesome. I
And
mean,
so she started showing it at about 87.
yeah,
okay.
Um, But it's
it's horrific.
fun.
Yeah.
We were talking about how we thought we understood it until we actually went through it. And we're like, now we get it.
Yeah.
Like before you knew it was horrific, but you
Mm-hmm.
don't truly get it until like you take care of them. Yeah. And you see the decline because we were kayaking and hiking with my mom last summer.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's really rapid.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So anyway, did your grandma know you?
No, but she never really knew me
Oh,
because she's so much older and we lived so far away as kids.
yeah.
Mhm.
But I think, they say they don't remember, they might not remember how they know you or what your name is, but they remember how you made them feel.
Yes.
And she did. Her eyes lit up when she saw me. So
Oh,
I'll take that as
awesome.
a
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
recognition.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
fun together.
Oh, that's great. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. My mom passed away from Alzheimer's as well.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
so-
Yeah.
It is.
And the last time we saw her, she couldn't speak or
No.
walk,
Mm-mm.
nothing. And how we knew she knew you was you hugged her and she leaned her head in and we're like both gushed into
Yeah.
tears. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just too much. So I
Yeah.
feel like they show you in some way.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
All right, let's change this.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
get on a
let's- yeah,
happier
seriously.
note.
Yeah.
So we usually start these out with how we met, and technically, I guess we're meeting right now. So let's talk about kind of how we know you.
Well, first I saw you posted something on Balanced Rock. You posted a
yeah.
picture on Instagram, but I think we were following him because of Nate. Is that?
Was because, or it could have been maybe because of Dylan Bronson.
Yeah,
Maybe
something.
you know Dylan
Oh,
Bronson.
Dylan. Yeah.
I
Yep.
think he
Big
talked
D.
about
Yes,
yeah.
Big D.
Big D comedy. Yeah, I think he talked about
Yeah.
Riley on the podcast.
Yeah, because the day that he recorded your show,
Mhm.
I did a show with him that next night.
Oh,
So we were just talking about the show, and I know Nate Ford had talked to me about it. He's such a good guy.
yes, he's
he
a
is.
great human. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a really good guy. We've had him on twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was actually our first video episode.
Yeah. In the living room.
Yeah, before we kicked my daughter out and took over her room.
This is nice. I love it. This is like so professional.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been working on it for a while.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah. Sometime we would love to have you here.
I would
Until
love to be
then,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, in studio.
Yes.
We haven't actually had a guest in the studio since we made it.
No.
Yeah, so it's just been
COVID.
us so far.
Wow.
So how have
Yeah.
you been with COVID? Have you haven't done
well,
comedy or
Yeah. So the last time I did comedy before
March
COVID was
6th?
March. Yeah, something like that. And it was last time I had a cigarette too.
Wow. Awesome.
Because
How are you doing?
thank you. I'm good. Smoking and comedy was so hand in hand for me because right
Yeah.
before a set, I'd have a cigarette, and the second I got off stage, I'd have a
Yeah.
cigarette.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is sad or what, but cigarettes are my favorite drug. I mean, I loved
They're
them.
awesome.
Well, I mean,
I used to
loved
smoke
them.
them. Yeah.
So
Now I'm
did
like,
I,
please
yeah.
just blow it on me. I want to walk through
Yeah.
it. It's
Mhm.
all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still.
And we would love to buy a pack, but we know we would be right back in it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We
Yep, that's how it is. I know I probably couldn't finish one, but if I powered through it and had a second, I'd be hooked again.
Yes. Yeah. You'd
Yeah.
probably get sick on the first one. That's how
Yep,
I
I
used to do it.
would.
But it's like power through. You
Yeah.
got this.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Mhm.
Yeah. So awesome job. It's not easy.
So it's interesting I had been wanting to quit, who wants to keep smoking, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So New Year's, I think it was like, okay, I'm done. And then I made it till Valentine's Day. So I made it about a month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to a bar with Dylan Bronson,
There
actually.
you go.
Yeah.
And it's a smoking bar in Twin Falls. And then all of a sudden I'm just
Of course.
smoking and drinking. And
Oh God.
then I made it to that comedy show and I had one. And then the whole world shut down. And so then I wasn't going to bars. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't around
Yeah.
smokers. And then 1 month, 2 months, 3 months passes. And now if you handed me a cigarette, I would say no. I mean, I just know I don't want it anymore.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Which
great.
it is. It's so, it feels good to overcome something like that.
Yeah.
But also
Yeah.
to know that I could fall right back into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's yeah.
See, I still feel like sometimes I want
I do
one,
too.
but no, I can't.
Definitely
like,
can't.
No.
Oh yeah, I
If
get
I-
cravings all the time, but I
Yeah.
don't actually want one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's-
That ashtray mouth feeling. No.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or just smelling bad all the time.
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah.
though I smell bad now, you can't
Chris used
smell
to wear
me.
gloves and smoke.
Yeah, sometimes I would. Yeah, just so I didn't, my hands didn't smell
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
cigarettes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had them in Twin Falls. I got these 2 gloves that I actually got from running a half marathon, Roby Creek, and they're green, like gardening gloves.
Yeah.
And I always smoke with my left hand. It's funny because I'm right-handed,
Yeah.
but I smoke with my left, probably because I started driving. So you
Oh, yeah.
put your left hand
Super.
out the window,
Yeah.
so no one can smell it.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you should see the difference. Like it's brown stained. You can tell the
Yes, I
color
know.
difference.
Yeah.
I used to just smoke like half cigarettes because I didn't like it when my fingers started getting hot because I didn't want the
Mhm.
color. Yeah.
What was
My
your
dad's
brand?
fingers were all brown. It was disgusting.
Yeah, I see patients all the time at work that have just stained fingers.
Yeah.
Nicotine.
And your
stained
fingernails get stained.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Oh,
It's crazy.
fingers.
What was your brand?
Marlboro Red.
our reds.
Mine was what was I smoking? For a long time it was Newports, then Cools. I grew up in California,
Menthol.
so Newport, Cools, and I think at the end was Camel Menthols.
What were you?
I started, so like any dumb kid, my boss was a chain smoker. I worked in a Thai restaurant and I hated him so much I would steal his cigarettes just to
Mess with him.
throw him off by one. Yeah. And then one day I lit one up and it was a Marlboro Menthol 100. And I was just driving and I couldn't beat it.
Yeah.
And then I switched to, I was smoking spirits. When I was in college, I would roll my own spirits.
Yeah.
And then once I got into Boise comedy, everyone smoked Camel Lights. And so then Camel Lights became my, well, and it's so funny because then they get you. Because if you buy two, it's 50 cents off. And then you buy two. And then you sit on the comedy patio at Liquid and I would smoke literally a pack a night.
Dang.
Just sitting and talking.
Holy crap. Yeah.
Sometimes 2 decks because you just constantly have one because everyone is doing it.
Yeah.
And if you're drinking too.
Yeah. Oh boy, and I would drink so I could smoke.
Right. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't even want to smoke during the day, but if I had to sip a beer, then I could smoke.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So now you're not, well, you're drinking now and you're fine.
I do drink, but I don't drink as much. Yeah. God, no. I mean, well, especially in quarantine, like this time a year ago, I was drinking really heavily. And I think it was just a lot of just confusion. I mean, my whole world got ripped. I mean, everything I loved to do about the world was to get into a room with people that were all close to each other and to make them laugh, spew all these germs out. Right.
Yeah. And you have to hold it in.
And then that gets taken away from you.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of depression there.
Yeah. By the way, I love your Nancy Reagan joke.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Thank you. Are you talking about the one that's on YouTube?
I think you have it on your Instagram. About
maybe
losing your virginity. I think the same day that Nancy Reagan died.
It was a day in March 2017.
Yeah. That was a funny one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah, that was a good one.
How did you get into comedy?
Yeah.
I think I've always wanted to do it. And I was never in theater as a kid. Like most of the comedians that I talked to they all were drama, drama majors or were in theater. And that was not my gig. I was a nerd in high school. I did all the science and the math classes and I was very stoic in high school. And I went to engineering school in Montana and I was going to school there. I loved it and I was good at it. And I didn't necessarily try as hard as I could. But then my best friend died and of brain cancer. And it's, it's so weird. Like young people aren't supposed to die, and it was just this super depressive phase. And I knew I wanted to be on stage. I did this at the talent show that year. I did stand up for the first time.
Oh, wow.
I just signed up, original stand-up comedy, Reilly Hoy. And I signed up and it wasn't good.
Did you
got laughed.
Prepared?
Oh yeah. I had a whole routine prepared and I got up there and it was pretty filthy. It was pretty blue. I mean, and I remember there was an older couple that actually walked out. So I walked a couple on my first set ever, which thank you. And it was a Catholic joke. I was making fun of the Catholic Church because I was raised Catholic.
Nice.
There you go.
And
is this in Boise?
This was in Butte, Montana.
Oh, Butte, Montana. Okay, go.
And so I did that and I finished out my freshman year, going to my sophomore year. I was really struggling with drinking and drugs. And so I literally packed up my bag and moved to Boise to try and become a comedian.
Wow. That's crazy.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is crazy to think about it now because it was literally just a dream. And like Sophie and, people that worked at the club, Liquid, it was just a dream. I wasn't even 21 at the time.
Wow.
I was 20 and I packed my bag and moved, and I waited until I turned 21. And I finally got up the courage to go to a show, watch it. And then finally I got up the courage to go on stage, and they welcomed me.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Had your friends said you were funny? How did you get
No.
a sense that you
No,
could do it?
because
Yeah, why do you think that
they
was a
find
thing?
me
Were you
annoying in a lot
fan?
of times. I'm a very I think I'm funny. I think I'm funny. It's convincing other people I'm funny. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
But no, I guess people did say I'm funny, but no one likes to give me a big head. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I was always the funny kid in class. I could always break the tension between the teacher and the students. I've always had in order to be a comedian, you need to have some sort of situational awareness.
Mhm.
You need to be able to be in the present and know what's happening right now
Mhm.
to make fun of everything else in the world. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
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 And so I've always been good at that, and being able to, I'm like a really good editor.
Uh-huh.
If you hand me something, I can bump it up, really pack the jokes in.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm really good, is my writing is what I'm better at. But there's so many different worlds into stand-up, because there's so many different things at play. There could be a bad crowd, a heckler, people on drugs or whatever.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
a
a lot of
tough,
comedians
there's a lot of unknowns involved.
Yeah.
So you have to be on your feet all the time.
It amazes
Yeah.
me how some people handle crowds and hecklers, and it's such a skill.
You can't be
Yeah.
taught
Art.
it. It's just, you have to learn it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like most of us would just cry and leave. It's painful, some of the stuff they say, or yell at them.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing comedy now?
So I guess I started in April of 2018.
Okay.
And so what would that be? 3 years now?
Yeah. Nice.
Have you done a show since the pandemic?
Actually, yeah, I just did some in Boise.
Oh, you did?
So yeah, I don't know if you know Crystal Moore.
No, I don't know her.
Okay, she's a Boise comic. She actually did a lot of shows during the pandemic. She would do curbside, so she would drive up to your house with
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
a mic and a sound set, and do a show
Oh, that's
for you and
awesome.
your family in your front yard. And then Haley Lenhart Weiss, do you know her?
Yes. Yeah.
I know her.
So they collabed. They collabed on a show, and they asked me to do it, and I'm like, yes, right away. I'm like,
Cool.
yes. And then I'm thinking, I haven't written a joke in a year. I haven't been on stage in a year. How do I return to this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, it's it was completely different. And the first show was an outdoor show. And so if you know anything about comedy, the pandemic really screwed comedy over, because in order to do comedy, you need to be inside next to each other, because people,
the energy.
Yeah, they bounce it off of each other. Laughter is contagious. It really is. That's why comedy clubs are designed the way they are. So we did this outdoor show, and I'm going up there, and I'm just trying to have fun with it, rely on my skills. I had 2 or 3 jokes prepared, and it was mostly just riffing and doing audience stuff. And it was okay. It felt good. I think it was better than I thought it was.
Oh, good. That's always a win.
That's what everyone said. Yeah. I got laughs. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got some laughs. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that those are super hard environments.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I mean, so you guys were going to people's houses?
No, I wasn't a part of that. This was actually at the Mad Swede on Cole.
Oh, the Mad
Boise.
Swede. Okay, gotcha.
They have a new patio out there.
Yeah.
And we did that one. And then it was me, then Haley Lenhart, and then Crystal Moore, and then Dylan Hunter headlined.
Okay.
But
then still it's less capacity.
Yeah, it was there was only it's sold out, because you could really only fit maybe 20 people out there anyway, keeping tables separate.
Yeah.
So
that makes
But it was fun.
Yeah.
But it was weird, because it was also at 3 PM.
Oh.
That's weird too. Yeah.
So it's bright out and it's windy,
You
Yeah.
guys need to drink more. I know it's only
Yes.
3.
So please
but,
drink up.
have
4
some
drink
shots.
minimum.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeez.
We saw the photo of you and Ari and Andrew, and we were at that
Andrew
show.
Santino. Yeah, we were at that same show. Yeah.
We didn't get our
Oh,
picture with
nice.
him.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we went out after drinks afterwards because
Oh, cool.
my buddy was the one that picked him up from the airport.
Oh, that's
okay.
awesome.
And I honestly, I did not know who Andrew Santino was or
Uh-huh.
Ari. And it was actually interesting because, so you went to the shows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to that show.
Yeah.
How did you think Andrew did? 'Cause I thought Ari did better all
Ari
the weekend.
killed
I
it.
thought he
Yeah.
did also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact,
He
after
kinda
Ari, we
outshined
were
him.
like, Andrew's got a big road to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He killed it.
Yeah, we did think Ari was way.
And he was
Yeah.
so nice. He was so chilling. And I remember just because we went out to drinks afterwards where that picture is taken.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I just was talking to him what's it like at the Comedy Store, What's Adam Egget like? And
Yeah.
he was super chill and super nice.
Yeah.
Just a normal person.
Yeah, I've actually messaged him on Instagram a couple times since then.
Oh, cool.
Well, he's just so funny. And he
Yeah.
really did outshine everyone I've talked to. That's why I wanted to ask you, because everyone I've talked to said that Andrew kind of bombed that weekend compared to Ari.
Yeah. We
yeah.
definitely. I thought Andrew was funny, but Ari was funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He was wow. We were
And
like,
no one
who
wants
is
their
this
feature
guy?
to be funnier than them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
that's bad. So have you been to Hollywood to the Comedy Store?
No, I've never been to California at all, actually.
Oh, okay.
I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love to
Yeah.
go, but
A few years
you know,
ago
then
we
it-
went.
yeah. Oh yeah, how was that?
That was
Oh, it was
awesome. Yeah, we went to the
amazing.
Laugh Factory and the Comedy Store.
Which
Yeah.
room
Know
were you in
anything.
at the store?
What's that?
What room were you in at the store?
Wasn't the belly room.
Not the belly, not
Main
the
room?
original.
Main room.
Was it the main
Yeah.
room? Maybe. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like the potluck night.
It is it's so wacky when you're in it. It's like smaller than you envision. You are
Yeah.
tight. And they are
Yeah,
putting you
you're
right in front of
shoulder to
somebody else. And I'm
shoulder.
like,
Yeah.
sorry,
You're
Chris is
packed
really
in.
tall. And I think we were
Yeah.
like second row and we're like, oh shit, they're gonna call on us. Look at my hair. God damn it. Why don't I have normal looking hair? And Chris is like, why am I bald? Yeah, we were totally freaking out because we don't want to be like, because we're
Yeah.
like really shy normally. So we're like, don't call on us.
Yeah.
They didn't.
No,
That
they
was
didn't, which
nice.
was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was so cool.
That's like the Holy Grail. That's my Mecca. That's like my Jerusalem.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
where
you
I
gotta go.
want to go and pray.
And tickets are cheap. You just the living or the staying around there is outrageous.
Yeah. Well, the drink minimum also.
It kills you.
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's like a 2-drink minimum,
And
and,
the
that's
drinks are
like
like-
$40 right there.
You're like,
That's-
I ordered
right.
a Coke. What the hell?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane what you pay for drinks.
And the
in,
lines are super confusing. And we were so embarrassed we didn't ask anybody. So we're just like, we're in the right line, right? And
No, we were in the wrong line.
Yeah, we were. yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
go like a mile up
Because
each
there's
side.
separate lines for each room, and
No signs or anything.
I
No,
have
there
looked at some blueprints of the layout of that building, and it is very tricky. And there's a lot of hidden passageways.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because they talk about on the podcast, like hanging out in some hallway and talking.
Yeah.
I know there's a secret bar there, like in the back, that just
For
for
the
the
comics?
comedians.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
I
To
know.
get in
Wouldn't that be
there
fun?
And to get on
Yeah.
that back patio that they
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
talk about. That's where you
I
want to
might-
go.
If I could start smoking again, it would be there. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to. Just take one for the
I did tell
family.
myself if I ever get on Joe Rogan's podcast, I will smoke the whole time I'm there, like
Yes.
Roseanne did.
And you'll
Yeah.
talk about aliens and
Quantum
raccoons,
And-
all kinds of crazy stuff.
yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
We actually had another trip planned to Hollywood,
Yeah.
and then the May of 2020.
Pandemic.
And the pandemic hit. We were going to
Yeah.
go hit all the comedy clubs in the area for like a
So
week.
are you guys just like big comedy fans?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
big fans.
Have any of you ever done stand up?
No, never.
Chris has talked
Would you?
about it.
You should.
I wouldn't.
I've talked about it, but I don't think I have the guts to get up there and do it.
Did
Yeah,
you
I
go
don't
to
know.
the
To me, go ahead.
sorry. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, it doesn't take guts. It just takes doing it once, if you can do it a second time, then you're undestructible.
Yeah.
If you can survive the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your first time?
So the first show I did was at that talent show
Mhm.
in Montana,
Uh-huh.
and everyone told me it was great. Like they said, I got recognized on campus for the rest of the
Wow.
year.
Yeah.
There's that funny kid. And I remember the recording has since been deleted because I deleted it. And I remember listening to it and just being like, oh, I could have said this here and I could have done that there.
Yeah.
And being
That's
super critical
funny.
about it. But in the moment, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
And then my next time doing it at an open mic at Liquid,
Oh,
Nothing.
bomb.
just
Flat?
silence,
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
flat,
How
Bad.
do you survive that?
How do you deal with that?
bad. I don't know. You just kind of, and then it was bad for a while until you
Yeah.
just kind of learn.
I don't know how you power
just
through
kinda
that.
Learn how to do
Like,
it.
I want this,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean,
Mhm.
it probably is similar to how we power.
Well,
through, like we put something out and
Oh yeah,
no
that
one
could be.
watches
We're
or
like,
listens. You
it
know,
was good.
Yeah, and we're like, this is some of our best shit. You know,
It's like
and no
2
one
views.
looked at it. Yeah.
Right. Well, it's like, yeah, like I moved here for this and you suck
Yeah.
at it and you can't even get booked on a gig. And it takes a lot out of you,
Yeah.
but it takes a certain type of person. You know, there's a reason why every comedian that I know has at least one substance problem.
True.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And
does.
some really kind of trauma usually too. When they're
Trauma.
like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's some,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, we have fun, you know, like with comedians, that's actually the best part about being a comedian is to be with other comedians all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the most fun because you just bullshit. And that's just so funny because other comedians know how to yes and, you know, you
Yeah.
can set a scene and like do a bit with each other and just like be riffing
Without
off each
like
other and just
totally
going back
setting
and
it
forth.
up. You just riff.
Exactly. It just
Yeah.
kind of works. And then with COVID, it's like going back to normal life with just normal, regular schmucks. It's like,
Like,
Yeah.
oh dang, you're not into this?
fuck you.
Yeah. 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 Seriously. Yeah. I felt a lot of fuck you lately. I'm trying to get over
Yeah,
it. Like
well,
it was coming out in my driving and just my overall attitude about everything. I was like, this sucks.
Well, and this area has gotten so crowded recently
Yes.
too.
Oh my
People are
God,
being
everybody's mean.
assholes.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can't even pull out.
So y'all are in Nampa.
Yeah. Oh, it is
Getting
so packed.
Overpopulated
Mhm.
here.
Yeah.
And yeah, people are not nice.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're talking about leaving here
That
in the
sucks.
next couple of years.
Yeah. Moving to Bend. Bend.
Where
is
would you
fresh.
go?
Bend, Oregon.
Yeah, that's
Bend.
where I'm going. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had my friend in college, he was from Madras.
Madras. I've never been there.
Mm-mm.
I think it's near Bend.
Oh, is it?
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know. No, well, maybe not. Shit, someone's gonna light
Yeah.
a fire in the comments about that.
Yeah.
I don't know Oregon very well. I'm an Idaho and Montana guy.
Yeah.
Where were you born? Idaho?
Twin Falls. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Twin Falls. And now you're currently living in Twin Falls?
Yep. I moved back a little bit before COVID, and then I was in the process of moving back to Boise.
Mhm.
And it was hard enough before the pandemic.
Oh gosh.
And
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to move back. It's until the market kind of
Oh God.
fizzles out. I mean, I don't know if
Rentals are-
that'll be in 10 years or 20
Yeah.
years.
I don't even know if you can find a place that's there's nothing reasonable.
No,
Doesn't
probably
seem
not in
like-
Boise
Yeah.
unless
You got to get roommates
you're living on the outskirts.
Yeah.
And
it's
yeah.
falling apart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe even
yeah.
then. It's unbelievable. I can't believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to I had this nice house on the bench, and I got evicted for some bullshit reason. And it was the perfect house.
Mm.
It was just right off Curtis. So I could just go right on get downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to live off of Vista, right? Kind of at the top of Capitol. So it was a quick little bike
Damn.
ride to downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
it
when
was
you didn't have a car. You rode a bike.
No, I did have my car at that
Oh.
time, but I still would just ride my bike because it was just a drop down the hill to the
Nice.
Greenbelt.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah.
So you're still thinking about moving to Boise or no? Just to
there's a little itch. There's a couple comedians that I've been talking to about moving to Austin.
Oh shit, that
really?
is hot. Dang.
And Joe Rogan's opening a club there soon.
I know. And if you could, wow,
Who
what
is?
if you went to Kill Tony and you like got on the show and he made you a regular? Oh my God.
I mean, you never know. I mean, like, I got some what it takes is, plus I'm young enough, you know,
Yes.
like it's like, I'm 24. I'm not getting any younger. So this is my opportunity. And Austin, I've looked, it's about the same as Boise. And the only difference is it's not going to increase in price every 2 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I totally feel like at your age is the time. If you're going to do it, you got to do it until you like settle down and like kids or whatever you're thinking, or you know what I mean? Something that like keeps
And
you
I like Boise, but no one's getting seen in Boise.
No.
Yeah.
No one's,
We can hardly get people here. It's a lot to get people here.
It's beautiful. I love the city. I have so many friends there and I just know it. It's so familiar.
Mm-hmm.
But they're opening up this new club in Austin. Austin's already a great scene. I mean, they've got, it's like the best scene outside of LA or New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've heard that Austin is kind of like a Portland.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Well, Austin's motto was keep Austin weird, and then Portland stole it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I didn't know
okay.
that.
I didn't know Portland stole that.
Yeah.
That's cool. And with Rogan there, Red Band's there. Do you follow Kill Tony at all?
No, I remember when they were in, I know Nate Ford was there when they were there.
He was on it.
Knitting Factory. Yeah, I know. I probably could have got on it too, but I wasn't really interested because I'm not a big Tony Hinchcliffe fan, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then that would wreck the whole show.
He's kind of a douche.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a super douche.
Yeah.
Apparently he's nice in person. That's what I've heard, but I don't know if people are like scared or what when they say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just not my style. I've never actually sat down to listen to it. Plus, I don't listen to podcasts. I'm not a huge, I don't have all these spaces to fill. You know, I don't need any new things. You know, I got my chest app and I got my music. That's it.
Yeah.
Chris is a huge music guy.
Yeah. Do you play music or?
I don't play music. I can't keep a beat. I can't sing a tune. I'll sing karaoke though. It's a whole different story.
Sober?
Oh no.
No, good.
No. Well, you know, it was funny because all my friends were like, we're doing karaoke. And I was, you know, this was like just as I was starting out as a comedian, and Liquid used to do karaoke. And we're doing karaoke. Oh, I can't sing. And they listened to some of the karaoke and they're like, they can't sing. I can do that. None of these motherfuckers know how to sing. So, and then I would just sing like Ringo Starr, Jimmy Buffett, songs that you don't really have to be a good singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was actually interesting to go up on stage to do karaoke is a completely different feel than doing comedy because it's a completely different set of skills as far as stage presence goes.
Yeah. Now, when you do karaoke, do you have like a dance routine with your song?
I have a little bit of things. I've got an alter ego for when I do.
What?
Oh gosh.
Oh yes.
This is a whole story. Quincy.
Okay.
Quincy Pollicker, or Quincy, which that came out. I was doing acid, just as you do.
Just as you do.
And we were about to go to this party, and there was people that I used to live in like a party house, like a college party house.
Yeah.
And these kids, this guy was like, "I'll give you a tab of acid for free if you take it right now."
Oh God. And where were you going?
To a party. None of us were driving.
Oh,
I just want to make that clear. We Ubered. And I was like, well, I can't pass up free acid. So I took it. And then they all left because me and my friend, we had to stay back and behind. And it was right after Halloween. I want to say like it was like November 3rd or something like that. And they went to the party and our house was finally got quiet and it's starting to kick in. My buddy's in the shower and I'm in his bathroom waiting for him. And meanwhile, there's police surrounding our house. Swear to God. And I look outside and there's, bright lights and, I'm thinking, oh shit. and I've done this before, but I see the cop, and I don't know what was going on. So we go out.
The acid hit you?
Oh yeah, it's starting to hit me. It hadn't really hit me yet, but it's starting to hit me. And we go and talk to the guy.
Right?
Yeah. And we go talk to the guy. Apparently someone was on the run. So they were setting up a perimeter in my neighborhood. And actually, so then we call an Uber. The Uber guy doesn't even want to come up to the house because there are 4 or 5 cops in our neighborhood, then 4 more down the street. And then on the other corner, there was another 5. So this guy must have been a bad motherfucker. And it was so funny because we kept trying to give candy to the police officers and they didn't take it. And then my buddy Josiah, he's like, do you think we should lock our door when we leave?
Yeah.
And the cop's like, yeah, that'd be a good idea. So
yes.
we locked our, because there's literally a guy on the run. It was funny. And then so we get picked up and the guy was like, what's your name? And I just said Quincy. And so I became an alter ego for the night. And so whenever I'm on it, that's who I am. I'm Quincy. It's an alter ego.
Dang.
I've got a whole origin story too. My father's a flight attendant, he's an air traffic controller. And my mom is a financial analyst, and we live in Manhattan. We're thinking about moving to Boise.
So you're just
it's a good airport here. Oh yeah, I just make all this stuff up. And it just came to me. And so then Quincy became my karaoke persona.
Okay. So
that's hilarious.
Because as long as it's not Riley, then it's not bad, right? Like I can at least pin it on that. Oh, is that other guy?
Yeah, Quincy did it.
Yeah. It's similar to, we have taught body combat,
which is a group exercise class, and it's like a performance.
Yes. Yeah. And I would be so scared, and Chris would just be like, fake it, pretend you're somebody else.
Yeah, just like pretend you got
somebody with confidence.
Yeah.
No, that's how you do it, because when I'm Quincy, I can get up on stage and sing. If I was Riley, hell to the fuck no.
Yeah. Have you ever frozen? Just like totally blanked?
Oh yeah. There was so actually in Boise's Funniest Person.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, I won that. So that was actually a really good sign. So I moved to Boise, started doing comedy, and a month later I won Boise's Funniest Person. Wow, so it was a
good sign.
It was like, maybe I'm on the right track. Maybe I'm actually supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
Like see mom,
Yeah. That wasn't crazy.
Yeah. And it was the final night. And I just it was the last show. So the last show we had to do 7. There were 3. So they were 2 already. And the first one was 3 minutes. The second was 5. And now we had to do 7 minutes.
And can they be the same minutes? Just added on?
Yeah, you can add on. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. And so that's what I had done and everyone else was doing. And I had my 7 minutes. We had been going to open mics. We had this whole friend group, the top 5. We're all practicing together. And I get up there. I do because I have my opening stuff memorized, Yeah. And then it's as soon as you're done with that other joke and you just kind of look around, you're like, oh shit, there's a room full of 200 people. All looking at me. The lights up there are so hot. They're so bright. And it was gone. Like it was gone. No. Like 0. And I actually have the video of it. And it was just so awkward. I actually had to pull my set list out and look at it. And I think they nicked me for that, but I'm so funny. So It worked out. Yeah. I recovered. And a lot of times, the interesting thing that I didn't really realize at the time is they don't know. Like if you tell a joke wrong or you do shit bad, the only people that know is yourself.
Really, truly. Yeah, we don't know.
Because the audience doesn't, they don't know your preparation. They don't know what's in the magic hat.
Exactly.
They don't know what's in your pocket. They don't know any of the preparation.
Mm-hmm.
The other comedians, they're like, hey, you botched that punchline back there, didn't you? Because they all know your material, because we all do it with each other so often. Yeah. That sounded dirtier than it was.
It's okay.
Well, some of them we do fuck each other though sometimes too, so yeah, it kind of works.
But seriously,
so I froze and then I was able to recover, but that is literally the worst fear, because then it's like it's not only did I forget it, it's oh shit I forgot it, oh shit I'm forgetting it, oh shit I'm still forgetting it.
I have nothing to go to. What do I go to?
And then those 15 or those 10 seconds feel well. You guys were in the earthquake, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
The earthquake, you were in the March 31st last year?
Yeah. We didn't really feel it, the earthquake.
Oh, the earthquake. Yeah. I was at work.
Yeah, I didn't really
felt it there. I actually thought I was getting dizzy and about to pass out when that happened.
Oh,
I was
really?
like,
Because we
yeah.
felt it in Twin Falls.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
And it was only 10 seconds, but it felt like, when those, sometimes 10 seconds can feel like an hour.
Yeah.
And so when you're on stage and everyone's looking at you and you don't know what to say,
Yeah.
luckily I'm very quick. You could always, and then what I've learned is if you just make fun of yourself or just make fun of the moment and just be like, well, this is not funny. And
it
then
breaks
just
the
kind of
tension. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because people like me are like, oh shit, come on, dude, you got this. Keep going. Whatever we don't want any pain for anybody.
And so when I talk to people after the show, they're like, oh, we didn't even realize that you had forgotten anything.
Wow. Nice.
Because so that is good.
Yeah.
I mean, when you watch it on video, you can tell if I point it out to you, but I mean, people wouldn't know. Yeah. That's how quick it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I'd like to see that video.
I will send it to you.
Okay, cool.
Here.
Yeah, we could just drop it right in.
Yeah, I can't do it now, unfortunately.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, just any time in the future. All right. So you won Boise's funniest person. Okay, we got that. Oh, who is your favorite comedian?
Oh, there's so many, and I've been told that I'm like a student of comedy.
Yeah.
Because I mean, my dad used to play Carlin records for me.
Okay.
As a kid, probably way before the hell I ever should have been hearing that shit.
Yeah.
But you know how it is. You just might turn this on. Oh shit. Is that better? Okay.
Lighter.
Yeah, records. I play that. I love Carlin, Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
All the greats. But my favorite comedian of all time is Norm Macdonald.
Nice.
Oh, really?
It is my dream. It is my
Yeah.
dream to meet him.
Oh.
He is the funniest motherfucker in the
Macdonald.
world. Yeah, Norm
Yeah.
Macdonald. And that's how I got into Adam Egan. That's how I ever knew who he was.
Okay.
He was actually the talent coordinator at the Comedy Store.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's not a
Talk about him.
comedian. He's not really a comedian, but he's in the
But he gives
business.
you the thumbs up or
Yeah,
you're
he's
out,
like the
right?
Mitzi Shore, basically.
Yeah.
But now he's opening that club in Austin with Joe Rogan.
Oh, I didn't
okay.
know that because he was just on somebody's podcast. Oh heck, I don't remember.
He
but
was
it
on
like-
Rogan not too long ago, but yeah.
And I haven't listened to Rogan since honestly he went to Spotify. I've seen
That's
clips
fair.
on YouTube, but I'm like, so
That's how I watch it.
yeah, I can't remember, but yeah, I was like, dang, why is he on this podcast? And that's why I didn't realize he was opening that club with Rogan. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's going there. Segura's going.
Yeah.
A lot of the big people.
Yeah, a lot of the
And-
Tony people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how
Yeah.
serious are you about?
Going there.
Yeah.
I think I would just need to save up a little bit more to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But
Could you go with somebody? Or a
well,
couple
Derek
somebody?
Hayden is moving.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he is. Okay.
And they're pretty dead set on it. Him and Casey Rocket.
Oh, I love Casey. He's fucking funny.
He is funny, and and so is Derek. They're small fish, and they're big fish in small ponds.
Yeah, they're totally different kinds of
And
humor.
what he was telling me, he's like, you would get so fucking good because you could do three mics a night.
Yeah.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. You could be on stage 3 times
Yeah.
a night, so
Yeah.
7 nights a week. And
would it help
get-
if you were like critiqued by people, because that's what
Oh,
Tony
yeah.
is like for
Oh,
them to give
yeah,
you feedback. Yeah.
absolutely,
That's what I would
because
think.
I've done guest spots for big headliners that come through,
Uh-huh.
and they will, if people actually care. A lot of the old timers, they're so burnt, they don't give a fuck about the young kids
Yeah, they're like, sorry
because
about
they've already had their own, and but some of them they'll actually pull you aside, and I can't think of her name. It'll come to me, but I did some guest spots for her in Twin Falls, and she's been headlining forever. She actually works with who's the Nick Swartzen?
Oh, cool. He's
And
hilarious.
she's worked with she takes Dana Carvey's kids on the road,
Oh, dang.
and she is fucking hilarious. And she actually sat me down and she told me, she says, this is how you build a feature set. And she sat me down. We actually just talked skin and bones, what it takes to do this and this and this. And she said, you got the jokes. You have a unique voice. You know, you've got I have a creativity that most people don't have, or a perspective, I guess. You know, I'm like an in-betweener generation wise. Like I'm on the cusp of millennials.
You also come across as older than you are.
Yes, and I do, because I've always been told that, like, I've got an old soul.
Yeah.
And I relate to like the old school style. Well, like my grandparents are 90.
Yeah. And you can totally relate to them.
Of course.
Yeah. My grandma lived to be 100 and we were like best friends. I was like, I super get you. You're awesome.
Yeah, no, old people, I understand.
It's super awesome. Yeah.
Young kids, like, I don't understand
exactly
the young crowd. So
it seemed crazy.
Yeah.
Give me an old person that has some wackadoodle thing going on. You're like, you are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
So she did. I will think of her name, but she did. She sat me down. Susan Jones. Susan Jones Comedy.
Okay.
Follow her. She's fantastic.
Okay.
And she's been doing it for probably 25, 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people, like, especially like new people who start, they're like, oh, I don't take notes. I don't want advice. I know how to do it. It's like, no, the fuck you don't. You need to actually listen, because there's always something you can learn. You can always take something from a set and learn from it and improve on it.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's how I mean, and I think that's why I'm good at it, is because that's how I approach it.
Yeah.
Some people approach it like their shit don't stink, and it's the crowd's fault, not my fault.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can fall into that spiral trap of where you're just blaming the crowd on and off. And, you know, it's just, oh, they're shitty. And then, you know what? The next person goes up and they kill it. So it's not about that.
That's a thing sometimes. A crowd.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Lame. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're like,
sometimes,
nobody can make them happy.
Friday late shows. Everyone knows Friday late shows are hard because everyone just worked a full week. The 10 o'clock show, everyone's tired already.
Yeah.
And they just want to start their weekend. Saturday late show, completely different thing. What's that?
That's our Mark Norman showtime, 9:30 Friday.
9:30
We're going to have to bring it for him.
Oh, you will. Well, you know, it's always depends. Like, you know, like a place like the Comedy Store, like there's those kind of venues. That doesn't really apply. It's more like the clubs where
smaller.
You get those regular crowds. And those Friday late shows where people have already been to a couple bars before. They're tired from the work week and they're just generally pissed off. That's where we usually, at the comedy club, we would throw people out. Most nights was the Friday late show.
Wow.
Because of whatever.
It's getting rowdy.
Yeah, I've had to throw a couple. There was one guy that was about to punch our door guy, and I stood up for him. And then my comedian friend's like, sit down. You're not going to help at all. Because you can't tell. I'm 5 foot nothing. And I weigh barely 100 pounds.
But you're tough. Come on.
You know, it is. It's a fuck you. Like this is my home. You don't pick. This is my home.
Yeah.
And that's what I'll miss about Liquid, honestly. That
we were just talking about them. They're not here, right?
Liquid?
Yeah. They're gone.
Well, Jeremy was looking for a way out.
Mm-hmm.
He had no business being a comedy club owner.
Mm.
Yeah.
And he was looking for a way out before COVID hit. And he took his chance and ran.
Dang.
So there's no more Liquid laughs.
No.
Dang.
That stage though, they took the stage and they put it at the Mad Swede downtown.
Okay. Because you saw something with pool tables.
Yeah, it looked like they put pool tables.
It's a pool hall.
What is going on? Wow.
Yeah, just recently online.
So, but Mad Swede was where you just were, right?
Yep, I did a show there. They did like also an afternoon brunch show the next day on Sunday, and that was fun. They got a lot, like that room. Have you been to the downtown Mad Swede?
No, we haven't been to either one of them.
Oh shit!
No.
Oh, you've never been to either of them?
No, we were going for a while, a little bit to the Monday night open mic at the Crescent Brewery in Nampa. Yeah,
I won that once.
You did that one once?
I won the tip once. It was like when I had just first started. I used to go out there.
Yeah.
That's a fun room. I like it because it was the first time ever doing comedy where you could actually see people's faces.
Yeah,
you're so close. Yeah.
It's intimate. Yeah, they
It
call
is.
on us a lot. We're like, yeah. It's fun.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we got to get to the Mad Swede sometimes.
It's a nice place. I mean, it's like super chill. They got like a good seltzer now, which is good.
Oh, nice.
I'm not a huge, I used to drink a lot of beer and then I kind of quit drinking for a while. I mean, cause I wasn't going to bars, and and then when you just don't.
Mm-hmm.
And then I honestly haven't had a beer for it's been at least since New Year's.
Wow. Chris has become addicted to Modelo's.
Yeah,
they're huge.
I love these things.
It's like $3 a thing. Right?
I wish they came in a little bit smaller.
Yeah, because this doesn't usually lasts 2 nights.
A lot of times, except for tonight.
What is it? It's just a beer?
It's a beer, but it's flavor. It's got like tomato juice and salt. Okay,
those are good. Those are good.
Yeah. Wendy doesn't like them.
No,
they're delicious.
Do you like White Claws?
I've never tried one.
I actually never have. That's like the wine in a can, right?
No, it's like a seltzer, hard seltzer, in a can.
Okay,
I might. Yeah, but everybody's talking about them. We're like, what are these
God,
White Claws?
So good.
Really?
Yeah.
So good.
Like easy to drink.
Well, they're just refreshing. Like if you're summer, you're at the beach and they kind of keep you hydrated. Wink, wink. They do not, but they make you feel like you're hydrated because it's just like drinking a vodka soda.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we should try it.
Yeah, I'm down to try some. We'll DoorDash tonight.
Nice.
Last night it was nicotine gum.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Yeah, I was like,
nice.
I'm almost out.
You're a nicotine gum addict. Yeah, and we had to DoorDash.
Oh, yeah. I did the gum for a while. That was I tried quitting in college once. And I liked the gum, just especially when I was in class.
Oh, yeah.
It was nice. But I know that if I even touch nicotine, I'll be back to an addict again. So I have to completely abstain.
Yes. Yeah. Stay away.
Yeah, definitely. Going back to the old soul thing, we saw on your Instagram, it said your best friend. It was a picture of you and a lady named Joyce Ann.
Oh, yeah. Joyce Ann.
Is that the senior with the glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. She actually lives in Boise. She's a retired judge.
Oh, okay.
And she's just a drunk old bat.
Oh, really?
She was a regular liquid. She would just come there during the day and drink and play on the machines. The other place that she went was Hannah's.
Oh, really?
Up in Hannah's. So she was there when it opened and she knows the owners. And she would just come and she would drink gin and clamato. Or clamato, I don't know how you say it. Gin and clamato with a olive and a lime. Man, I like gin, and that sounds fucking awful. And she would just drink, and I would just drink and smoke with her all afternoon because I worked at Solid, and so when I would get off shift, she'd be just if I did the morning shift, I'd get off at 2 or whatever. She'd be sitting there and I would go and have a beer, tie one on.
Oh my God.
And just talk with her. And she was just a no nonsense. I mean, she was a judge. She did. I don't know exactly what kind of law it was. But she, you do not want to be on the wrong side of Joyce Ann. She will tear you a new asshole. And she looks all nice and sweet, but she will fuck you up. And I just love her so much because we just relate. And I have this picture I can send it to you as well. It was the first time I met her actually, because she had been drinking there all day and she never left. And it was her anniversary and her husband had just passed.
Oh.
And so she was having a rough night.
Yeah. And
I was helping her get the phone because at Liquid, you couldn't use the ATM unless the phone was hung up. Because it was on the same phone line, right?
Yeah.
And so I had to help her get that shit because she had to get cash to pay her tab and finally call her a cab and get her put away. And then the next time I remember meeting her was in the winter and she was wearing this white fur coat. It was real fur, fur coat. And she was just smoking a cigarette and just so classy. And I just wanted to be her.
Yeah. Oh,
The old
awesome.
women, like, that's why I loved living with my grandmother and taking care of her, is because I love old women. So like I do drag sometimes. I don't actually anymore. This was like
We saw the
when I was like
photos of you with
19.
folks in drag. Yeah. We were
Mhm.
gonna ask you. That's cool.
And my drag persona is, her name's Peggy Lorraine.
Pinky, what?
Peggy Lorraine.
Lorraine. Nice.
And when Peggy Lorraine comes out, I'm an old bitch, and I just love old women. I just love them to death.
Yeah. Speaking of drag names,
when I was at.
when I was at.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say how I said the name of that.
No. It was one time I was at the balcony with because I was the girl I was dating at the time, her brother, he was gay, so we're at the balcony, and there was a drag show that night, and a name that I remember that I thought was just really funny, and I still remember it to this day, was Norma Lee Swallows.
Normally, that is funny. I love clever drag names.
Yeah.
My first name was, I wanted to be Ashtray. I think that was taken.
It was already being used.
But because I mean, literally, smoking is was my favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing. And I think that's why I was able to quit. You know, I think you're allowed to quit your favorite drug. You know, your third or fourth, maybe, you know, you can actually kind of play with on the side.
Yeah, because you can go.
To be able to actually put it away and not come back to it.
Yeah,
I think it really has to mean something, because you actually have to put effort into putting it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
massively.
Yeah.
Like if I never smoked weed again, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't do that. It's legal where I am now, actually.
He looks around.
You're Washington,
yeah. I pay my taxes.
Yeah.
Just in case they're listening.
Right.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Well, this episode's making me want to smoke.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Honestly, talking about it, it makes me feel better that I don't.
Oh, good.
And I know I won't.
No, we will not. We will not be buying cigarettes.
No.
We actually quit when Chris had like 8 surgeries.
Yeah.
And he wasn't smoking. I was like, yeah, probably a good time to quit.
Yeah. And I was like,
we don't know if you're going to be alive. So yeah.
I was like, well, this would be the easiest time.
Yeah.
I just love the social aspect. Like, you know, you can just go up to anyone and say, hey, do you got a light? And then now you're talking for, you know, 10 minutes or ever how long it takes you to smoke one down.
Yeah. Exactly.
For me, it was like before or after anything, you know, like getting in the car, getting out of the car, eating something, after eating something, you know, it just seems
my favorite. I loved smoking while I was eating. There's nothing more gluttonous in the world.
Yeah, I'm
than to like eat a sandwich and smoke. Yeah. Oh my God. Or after sex, true. That is a real thing.
Yeah.
A cigarette after sex.
Yeah. Woo.
Acting like I'm getting laid.
You miss getting laid? Is that what you said?
I do. I haven't had sex since the shutdown.
Dang. Wow. What?
Virginity rocks.
What were you doing before the shutdown? Were you with somebody or?
No, but there was someone that I was like seeing.
Yeah.
And so because of COVID did that person leave? Oh, dang.
Well, I mean, so what's interesting is like, I was super afraid. Like I've always been a germaphobe, actually.
Yeah.
So actually it was just me willingly giving it up, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I have to plug my phone in.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was just like, like giving it up almost, because I was withdrawn from society.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, oh my God, I used to sleep with strangers all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What the hell? How did I ever do that?
And how am I still alive? And all my parts are still on.
I mean, maybe you can relate to this, but have you ever, like waking up at someone's house and just being like, yeah, he's cute, but how did I get here? You know, like good for me, but what the hell?
Yeah.
Dang.
She does it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Not anymore.
No.
So do you feel better that, I mean, is it like some clarity, or are you like, dang, I wish I
Oh
was
yeah,
still...
no, it's not like when George Costanza goes without sex. No,
Oh yeah.
I miss it like anything. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, it's like the forbidden fruit. Like, I just want to fuck something. It's kind of the part I look at a tree and I'm like,
Don't you have
it's a sexy tree.
Do you have like, is there Tinder, or is there...
Oh, there is. I honestly though, it's like, it's never been like it will come up. I mean, I'm just waiting my turn. I'll be fine. I'm actually getting back. I get my second shot soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you'd rather it happen organically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to force it, because I've done that before, like pre-COVID, where you just kind of have that itch you need to scratch.
Yeah.
And I always regret it. And I know that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
So are you getting out and about? Well, you're in Spokane.
Yeah, I'm just here, just like visiting family. But the most social thing I did was those shows. And it was actually crazy to talk to comedians and actually talk to people in person. And it's just so strange. I went to a play, the CSI, the College of Southern Idaho, they put on a play, and it was all the actors were wearing masks, and they were able to do it somehow. And it was so much fun.
Oh,
the play was shit, but
just to be out and do. Yeah,
exactly.
I think that's how we feel when we've been skiing, just to be like, oh, we're all doing the same thing separately, but kind of together.
Yeah. And I think with COVID, like, I think comedy's going to come back in a big way.
I do too. Yeah, we need it.
And that's why I'm thinking about packing my bags.
This could be the most awesome time.
It could be an opportunity. I was reading this article that said, the biggest comedian 10 years from now will get his start in Austin. So
really?
That could be me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, what do you have to lose? So
nothing.
So you go down there. Worst case is what? It doesn't work.
I move back in a few months, or it doesn't work.
So what?
Yeah.
I think you should do it. I mean, you didn't ask.
Thank
me.
you.
Sorry.
No, I love to hear it.
I'm like full of advice.
Yeah.
I can't deal with my own life, but I could tell you how to live yours. If I was 24, that sounds amazing to me.
Yeah.
I'd go.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. You have so much time. It's not even until 30, I think, until our brains are formed. So what the hell? Do it.
Thanks.
And be safe if you do. Yeah. But I mean, Rogan has been on Kill Tony like 2 or 3 times already. All you have to do is sign up and go on that show, and Rogan could see you. And you could
that's true. Yeah.
And Red Band could give you like minutes. Red Band is giving like just local comics like minutes on other shows in Austin right now. And Red Band has a huge following. Yeah. He'll say like, what are you doing Thursday night? And Rogan's just been like filling in, because I think he kind of feels bad that like everybody's coming, and
well, and you just have to be kind of cool with getting roasted a bit.
Yes, if you're cool with your whole shit show being talked about, and just
I
laugh
love it.
about
I love getting
And then if you were to go, when they ask a question, you just answer it honestly. Don't try and make jokes after you did your 1 minute, because that pisses them off. They just want that. But you've been real this whole time. So if you're just real.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think you could do amazing things. That would be so cool.
Well, the first thing I like, the first round of Boise's Funniest, the first judge, he said to me, "You know what, Reilly? Some people are just born to do this, and you're one of them."
Oh, dang.
And that just
said,
went right into my heart.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's cool. You got to go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not everybody gets told that.
No, not really.
No, we were never told that.
No, and honestly,
about anything.
A lot of times you watch a lot of even comedy specials of established comedians, and although their material is humorous, you don't find yourself laughing out loud a lot of times. So, so I mean, that's and actually, we listened to your clip
we were
on
laughing out loud.
Instagram, and we laughed out loud at that actually.
We did.
So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, not that we're like connoisseurs of, but we
watch
a lot of it.
We watch a ton of stand-up comedy, really.
All different like people.
And when you see a lot of stand-up comedy, you can easily tell what's good and what's bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And
when
I've
it's
been
bad, it's bad.
watching and
Yes.
listening to it
For years.
long before you.
Yes.
I mean, I
long
remember
before.
seeing Brian Regan on PBS on Comedy Tonight. And that was the only
He's in
comedy
my top 5.
on TV. Yeah, he's hilarious.
Have you seen his new special? White
I have
Hair?
not. I'm putting it up till I get back to Twin Falls.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
you
really
will love
good.
it.
Yeah,
It's
we watched it a
I
couple
feel like
weeks ago.
it's the best he's ever done.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
good.
There is some older stuff of his that I really like.
Oh, he's so good. I mean, he is the exact. I think there was. I forget who said it, but it was like, is either comics. I'll just say it one way. Comics say funny things. Comedians say things funny.
Yeah.
And Brian Regan he says things funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald could read the book of Genesis and I would laugh the entire
Just
time.
him saying his last name to me is funny.
Yeah.
The way he says it.
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen him. We were trying to make
No,
a
I'm
list
like-
of like, as things open up, who are we going to see? We have got to get
Yeah.
out and see some shows.
We
'cause
want
this
to
is-
go to
I'm
Nate
so sick of-
Bargatze.
Yes.
Yeah, Nate Bargatze. So he's actually one of the reasons I got into comedy.
Oh, really?
Really?
Okay, let's hear
Yeah,
this
I
story.
remember watching him. Like this would have been like 2010, maybe 2009.
Yeah.
I found him on YouTube and was obsessed.
Yeah.
And
Really?
because so many comedians try to be the funniest or the smartest person in the room,
Mm.
and Nate Bargatze is like, I'm the dumbest person in the room.
Yeah.
And his humor works so well.
It does.
And
Yeah.
it was like, I can do that.
Mm,
You know, if he
Mhm.
can do that, I can do that.
definitely. Yeah.
And he's gotten so much better over the years. I mean, if you watch his old stuff from like over 10 years ago
Mhm.
and look at him now, oh my
Yeah.
God. And I remember right before I ever did my first open mic in Boise, I messaged him on Instagram.
Oh,
I
really?
said, I don't know why. I was probably drunk. And I said, you know, you're the blah, blah, blah. And he said, hey man, good luck. I hope you do great. He responded back.
Oh my God, we would have died.
I almost did. I mean, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
We screenshot all of that. Like so-and-so responded.
Yeah.
so-and-so
You know what's
liked
funny
it.
is I don't know why I didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never saved it, and it's
You've
long
got it here.
deleted. So it's just you got to just trust me.
yes.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, him and Heidi Gardner. Do you know Heidi Gardner?
I don't know
No.
her. No.
She's on SNL.
Oh, okay. Well, let's
Current
I've been
cast?
following her for a while. Yeah, she's current cast. You would recognize her, I bet, if you saw a picture.
Probably.
She also messaged me back once, and
Oh,
I don't
wow.
have any of that screenshots.
That's
but
so cool,
um,
though. I believe
I like when
you.
comedians actually interact with
Yeah.
their fans.
It's awesome.
Well, that's how we got our interview coming up with Mark Norman. He
Yeah.
actually responded to my.
You got an interview with Mark Norman?
Yeah, we're going the show that we invited you to.
I
we're
know. I wish I
podcast-
could go.
We're podcasting with him
Oh,
on that
fuck.
trip.
That's
As long as he
going to
doesn't,
be
like,
so
forget or-
amazing.
Yeah.
He's always
Yeah, I just sent him a
running
message
late.
on Instagram and I was like, hey, you got some extra time before or after the show? We're going to be there to, be on the podcast. And he said,
Sure
sure thing. Yeah. So we're
Fuck yeah, that could get you some good views too.
yeah, exactly. We're super
Like,
excited
sorry,
about
Mark,
that.
we're queefs, we're losers.
Yeah.
We're not going to help you.
Yeah.
But thank you
Right,
so
right.
He'll
much.
help us.
He is so. I'm going to be so nervous. I
You
was.
will.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you'll be
'Cause
good.
I listen and
You're-
watch Tuesdays with Stories all the time. I love Joe List, except for I feel like lately he's talking too negatively about himself. I was thinking Joe List was like suicidal recently. So anyway, we've seen
Well, a lot
Mark
of things have
live at one
changed.
point in terms
I mean,
of
Yeah.
people's.
things
Go
have
ahead.
changed. You said a lot of things.
Oh,
have-
just mean like you said, like his more depressive. But I think a lot of people have just really been taking the piss out of themselves
yes,
and just been
yeah.
really super self introspective.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been several times when I've been like, I need to look into that better health that they're talking about on podcasting all the time. I need to get some counseling.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, how long is the form? Oh, yeah, I'll wait. I might be okay. But it's been hard. I feel like, yeah, there's just been different obstacles to go through and people aren't working and yeah, people are stressed. It's been a
yeah,
hard
really.
time.
I mean,
You can't get out.
I mean, I work at a psychiatric hospital in Boise, Intermountain Hospital. And I mean, we've really been packed for most of the pandemic.
Yeah, it's
I
been
mean,
tough.
it's tough. I mean, there's more psychotic episodes. There's more
And we're all
kind
stuck
of
at home
more-
together. So they
yeah.
don't want the psychotic patient at the home as much. If you're
I mean,
stuck
yeah,
with
like
them.
before you could get away and get to work for a few hours, but
Yeah.
now you're
Right.
at home with your family schizophrenic.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's rough.
yeah. So yeah, it's been pretty busy throughout the pandemic.
I'm super glad we're opening up, except for Boise still has a
Mask mandate, which
Yeah.
is fine, but I think they're opening things up.
oh good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, definitely.
Why'd you look at me like that?
It's like, you got a question coming up? Okay, what do we have?
Oh, there's one on there that's really bad.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm ready for this
No.
one. Yeah, because
Did
I brought
you-
it up on my
this one?
phone. Yes,
Oh,
that's
shit.
that's the one.
I'm sorry about this one. It was based on one of your photos on Instagram.
Now there you have a photo on Instagram where you kind of look sort of Norman Bates-ish.
It's
And I'm going to
from-
show it to you, and then Wendy came up
Okay.
with this question for you. Now,
Don't blame me.
have you ever killed
Oh.
anybody?
That's funny.
I was like, oh, look at this. Because I was super into Bates Motel
That's
for
the
a long
old
time.
picture.
You look like that guy in that picture. I
Yeah.
was like,
A
holy
little
shit.
Norman Bates.
That's way so serious. That's before I ever started doing comedy.
Yeah. What's
Dang, yeah, super serious. And the
what's that about?
glasses.
And I'm not serious, so I think that was kind of the joke there.
Oh, okay.
And I was never like taking a bunch of selfies, never posting that stuff. I don't know. I remember taking that and just being like, I'll post it. Didn't really think
Yeah.
about it.
Actually, from 2015 to now, you don't have that many posts because we were like going through for
No, well, I actually have deleted a few just
Oh, okay.
because,
inappropriate.
just you never know who can see all that stuff.
Mhm.
But no, I honestly just get on there to see other people's things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't really post. I mean, I posted one picture of me on Valentine's Day. But before that, it was probably like a year before I had posted. So,
We are
And,
super. We're
but as
getting
soon as I get
better,
back into comedy, I will be like posting like
but nice.
clips, and I want to invest in like a good microphone and a good
Yeah.
Bluetooth that you can like wear on stage. That way you can get video and audio.
Oh, that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Because it's really
Yeah.
hard. Because like if you
Record
just
your
have the
sets.
video and you just hear the sound, because I record all my sets, the audio, just for
Oh,
my own
nice.
purposes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I have hours and hours of just
Oh, nice.
killer jokes, which I wanted to during quarantine. I tried finding someone that could animate one of my longer sets for me,
Yeah.
because that would be cool to like
Yes.
have it
Like
animated.
Theo Von does. Is that
Yeah.
what you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
yeah.
cool.
Like Jackie Cation has this. Do you know Jackie Cation?
No.
Mm.
She's great. Oh, she's also one of the reasons I did comedy. I got to meet her at Liquid, and that was like crazy. And she has this joke about in LA, people don't want to get rid of their animals. They don't want to put them down. So they're like, oh no, Sprinkles is going on dialysis.
Oh,
And is this whole bit about like, it's like, if you want your animal to live forever, get a turtle, get a turtle.
exactly.
And it's animated, and that's that clip. And
Yeah.
if you
that'd
just do
be
Google
cool.
Jackie Cation animal joke, it'll probably pop
Oh,
up.
cool. We
Okay.
will.
But it's like
Yeah.
animated, and I just love that because I've got so much good audio, like really
Mhm.
good
Mhm.
audio. But no, I mean, there's no video, so no one's gonna ever watch it.
Yeah.
Do
You know,
That
you
would-
ever think of like compiling that into just one recording and putting it out there, like Spotify or anything like that?
I don't know. I've never really looked into it, but I also don't really have a lot of confidence like in that. It's really
Mhm.
it's one thing to put yourself out on a stage, but to put your shit on the internet
Yeah.
and really expose yourself, that's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready for that, especially because it's like when that Louis C.K. thing leaked,
Yeah.
and he said that shit about the Parkland kids, and everyone was like, oh, he shouldn't have said that. But it's like, if you listen, the crowd is laughing because in the
Mhm.
moment it was funny.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And when things get taken
Wasn't
out of
that totally
context,
taken out of it was totally taken out of context and put in.
yeah. And also, you weren't supposed to record him. He might've been
He was
working on
working
that
on shit
to
yeah.
prepare for a special.
Yeah, that's
And
not
so,
fair. It's not fair. No.
Yeah, I've had people actually record me and then put it online, and I'm
So
like,
you're worried about
take it
cancel
down.
culture stuff.
No, well, I do. I'm kind of on the edge.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe it's just a whole different level of vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I could. I've never really thought about like compiling it.
That
I will
would be
think about
awesome.
that. But I don't know. But I don't know if people would listen to it, you know, because
Yes, they would.
I think so many people they like the video aspect of it. You know, they like to be able to see things.
I mean, I know for me, I'm 47. Back in the day, you know, we used to buy cassettes of like, you know, I had Eddie Murphy Delirious and I think it's one before that just was his name. But having these, you know, comedy albums on cassette, I don't know.
That's true.
Thing for older people or not. I mean, but I do like watching as well.
I love listening to comedy podcasts. I listen to it all day, every day. And when I get home, we watch comedy YouTube podcasts that are funny or comedy clips or comedy shows. So Pretty much, if you were on YouTube, we would watch you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's what I want to get. I want to get out there on YouTube. That's why I want to invest in a good mic and get some video going. And maybe, you know, if I move to Austin, I can get some clips out there. But the other thing is like, I don't know if my material would work anymore because I have all these jokes and I feel like they kind of rely on the old world.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
I'm being together. Yeah.
And then also like I write on stage, and I don't know if you've ever talked to a comedian that does this, but like I'll go up there with an idea. Mm-hmm. And then just kind of flounder for a bit and then maybe get a punchline out of it that I never would have been able to write if I just had my pen to the paper.
Yeah.
And I got some of my best punchlines from I just said it one night and the crowd erupted. And I was like, is that funny? And then they're like, yes, it is. And so I was like, okay, shit, I'll write it down.
Yeah.
And so that's the whole part of that writing process that you don't get to have nowadays. True. And hopefully, you know, I think that's why comedy's coming back is because people need that. People need, you got to keep the troops entertained.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you been writing new material since the pandemic?
I've been writing a lot of I have been writing a lot of material, but it's one thing to have an idea for a joke. It's just, you have to be able to work it out on stage. So that means I would need to go to 5 comic, you know, open mics a week to try it out, test it, see what works, see what doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, I got booked on those shows and that's like doing a show after a year of not being on stage. It was like a different ball game completely.
Yeah.
And so, like I have been writing, but I don't have any bits out of it. You know, I don't have any, does that make sense? Like I've got ideas and jokes and things that I've written down, but I don't have any like actual concrete bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine because those can come out. Yeah, maybe I can get some. I'll have to look through my joke book.
Yeah. That's cool. I think when going back to like the whole being a comedian thing, I think for me, I'm a horrible writer. So,
yeah.
I don't know if that would work.
Well, you had a couple jokes that
I have actually kind of jotted a couple jokes down over time.
He won't say them to me though, because I was like, I didn't want him to get roasted on Kill Tony. I didn't want him to go through that. I just felt like it was going to be painful and he wasn't ready.
Like, that's funny.
Like head to toe.
You could do it. Anyone can do 1 minute of comedy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen a lot of people bomb on that show.
We got like roasted by who? Theo Von and Mark Norman.
Oh yeah, we did submit a video one time when Mark Norman was on this past weekend with Theo Von, and they played it on the podcast.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
Who did they say I was? A man, an old man.
Argus
Hamilton.
Yeah.
They're like, who's that? Argus Hamilton. And they're like, who's he? Tom Segura. And I was like, thanks.
Yeah.
So when we meet up with Mark Norman, we're going to show him that.
Yeah. And we also have a very blurry picture of him when we saw him for the first time at Wise Guys in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, he was on Ari's renamed storytelling show, and at the end, him and Bert Kreischer and Sean
Patton, Steve Ranazizi.
Yeah, they all took their shirts off, and I stood up and went, I took a picture, and so it's a blurry, beige from the waist up photo of 5 men.
Yeah, with their shirts off.
Like, I'm a fan.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah, we're huge fans.
Yeah, big comedy.
I hope you move to Austin.
I like that though. You know, I really think I'm going to. And now that you said that, I like to hear that Although
That would be
I hate to
so
do this to
awesome.
you, I don't know how much longer I can be on here for.
Okay.
I will if we could wrap it.
Yep. We'll
Sorry.
wrap it.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. All right. Sweet. Well,
I hate to do that to you, but
No,
that's
it's
awesome.
totally fine.
Yeah, no, that's
this was
So
so much
awesome
fun. And I'm
meeting you.
coming to Nampa, I promise.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Yay.
awesome. Yeah, we'll have you in studio when you're here.
That would be fun.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Well, it's been
Do you have any
great
more
talking.
questions for me?
What's
No,
that?
we're good.
We have
we
a
have one
bunch
more?
of extra more questions, but we kind of just flowed and didn't get to a lot of them. So next
Oh,
time,
darn.
if you're in
Hey,
studio,
we do next time.
yeah,
All right,
exactly.
cool.
We'll have more to talk about.
There
So,
you go.
all right. Well, I'm signing out.
I'm signing off.
I'm Chris Adam.
I'm Wendy Mosher. # get toasted.
Stay toasted.
Boom.
And
Thank you so
Riley,
much.
for
It was
being
fun
on the
meeting
show.
you.
Yeah, it was
Take
great.
care. Hugs to grandma. Hugs to aunts.
I will.
Bye-bye.